Alright you guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my specific skincare regimen, products that I use to keep my skin clear, as much as it can be clear, and keeping it glowing and healthy. Now the biggest tip, first and foremost, the biggest thing that I start off with is, if you catch me like Monday through Friday, I have zero makeup on. I only wear makeup really to honestly film, or if I'm like going to like something, going to an event or something. So I usually wear makeup on the weekends, to be honest, unless I have something that comes up throughout the weekday. By doing so, by not wearing makeup every day, I believe that's why my skin looks as healthy as it can be right now. Obviously it can be more clear, but I think my skin has always been super clear just because I try not to leave products on it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into what I use to wash my face. So what I use to wash my face is Noxema. People question this a lot. I filmed a video like, I don't know how old it is, maybe 2 years ago, and I posted it on my channel, and I have Noxema pictured in my thumbnail, and I use Noxema because it is a cream cleanser. My skin loves cream cleansers. It doesn't strip my skin, so I'm able to maintain my natural oils, and it frankly just works really well with my skin. I know this is an OG product, and people always comment to this day on that video saying, oh my gosh, I found someone who uses Noxema. It is 2018 and I'm here to tell you I still use Noxema and I still love it. Now, my skin is fairly even and fairly clear, so I don't usually have those problems, but one problem that I've always had since I was little is texture. I have little microscopic bumps on my face. You can't see them right now because I have makeup on, number one, and number two, you would have to be like literally on top of me to even see them. I went to a dermatologist. My dad took me, I remember, because he was concerned. Anytime it's summer or I'm around a lot of heat, they're significantly raised. So I'm starting to think, I've always thought it was a little bit form of heat rash, but it's not as itchy or anything. It's just like little tiny textured bumps, really high visibly in my cheek areas right here. So what I use to combat that is, this is the equate version of the St Ives, basically blemish control. I wanted to try the equate version just to compare it to the St Ives version. Honestly, preferably, and I don't know if this is just me, but I prefer the St Ives brand as opposed to this one. It's the exact same thing, but the St Ives one, I like the smell, the fragrance a little bit better. This smells basically almost the same, but because I've been using it for so long, I noticed, and I just wanted to try to see, like, okay, to save, like, I think it's only like 50 cents difference, but I just wanted to see if it was different. Anyways, so I use this sometimes twice a day, sometimes one time a day. My skin is sensitive, but not sensitive to facial scrubs. I'm able to scrub my face with this every single day if I wanted to, and I would have no redness, no irritation, anything. But it's also how you scrub. So I don't go in like, I do go in for like probably 20 seconds in that area, and then I kind of just rinse it off and let this, when I'm rinsing it off, it kind of strips my skin of texture. But I don't sit there and scrub it for like 5 minutes. I think if I were to do that, this would not be a good product for me. I know a lot of people and a lot of dermatologists or estheticians say like, oh, only exfoliate 3 to 5 times a week, usually 3 times. 5 is like you have a lot of like gunk or something on your face, but I'm able to use this 7 days a week if I wanted to. Most of the time I use this probably 5 days a week. It's all dependent on my skin, so if I notice my skin's a little, I'm starting to get bumps or texture, I use this. If I notice that, okay, it's too much, or my skin's like a little bit more drier at certain periods, I won't use this, I'll use the Noxema. So after I scrub my face, I always come in with a toner. I've been using this toner for years. It's probably time to switch it up, but I'm like, hey, what the heck, who cares? My skin is probably used to it, but I think after this bottle, I will switch it up to another brand. But this is the Dickinsons Original Witch Hazel. This is also found at your local Walmart, Target, wherever. I love this Witch Hazel. I do not use astringents. There's a difference between astringents and toner. Go ahead and Google the difference because I don't want to go get into that. But essentially, astringents like suck out your oil. Toner just basically tones your skin. So it's less harsh than an astringent. Astringent, you're not supposed to be using every day. This, I use twice a day. So no matter what, after I wash my face, I tone my face. And after I tone my face, I let this air dry. And it's made the world of a difference. It removes your acne scars. It helps with texture. It does a lot of things. I feel like it cleans, like whatever's left over, it, you know, tries to wipe it away. And I use, you know, organic cotton, Korean pads. I don't know if that really makes a difference. You can use just a regular cotton swab pad, but that's what I use, and it makes a world of a difference. I do not wash my face without toner, period. So after I tone my face, then I move on to serums. So serums are something you use to kind of help combat certain specific things like aging, wrinkles, brightness, and all that stuff, like dullness of your skin, so you want it to be bright, fine lines, wrinkles, all that stuff. So I use a vitamin C serum, and this has made all the world of a difference in the texture of my skin. And also, now that I'm older, when I get one random pimple, like it might be from me wearing makeup or stress or something, I might get just like literally one pimple. When it goes away on its own, I don't pick out my pimples, but it'll leave a scar. So I noticed that when I was younger, when I would get pimples or something, it would never leave a scar. But now all of a sudden it leaves a dark mark. So what I've been using is the Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum. This serum is so bomb. It's very expensive, but it makes a world of a difference. It definitely is one of the best vitamin C serums I've ever used. It doesn't have too strong of an odor, but maybe because I'm so used to it now. It has this cool little twist top, and you just twist it and you put it on. You can use this day and night. I usually use this during the day just because I use different things at night, and I notice if I mix things the wrong way, I've gotten rashes, actually. I've had allergic reactions, so you want to be very careful when you're mixing acids and serums and all these different things. Another serum that I love to use, especially during the day, and I'll film like a specific more nighttime routine so you guys can see this, but this is kind of just a video talking about the products that I use. Another serum that I absolutely love, and I just picked this up, this is a new brand to Sephora. This is the brand, I think it's called, yeah, The Ordinary, and this is the Buffet Multi-Technology Peptide Serum. It has like hyaluronic acid and then a whole bunch of names I can't pronounce, and I honestly don't know what they are, but it's basically like this serum, and it's super thick. And it's actually, it feels so cold when you put it on your face. But this serum is awesome. My skin has felt so smooth. I've been using it for a week and a half now, and my skin feels even smoother. And I love to use anything with either hyaluronic acid, glycolic acid, any types of things like that. I love to use it on my face just because texture is like my #1 problem. And then I'm also starting to get fine lines, so I want to slow my aging as much as possible. But I think probably I've always had it, but my smile is so deep, I'm just like getting fine lines around my smile. So yeah, so I want to combat that. So I've been using this. So what I do is I usually, after I tone my face, I'll use this first, and then I'll go over top of it with this, and I'll let this dry. It's very important when you do serums, you let them soak into your skin for at least 10 minutes before you do the next step. So after I do that, then I follow up with the Belif True Cream Aquabomb. This is my travel size. I need to order another full size. This stuff is so bomb. It makes your skin like super radiant and also super hydrated. I'm always looking for a really good hydrating moisturizer, and I find that with combo oily skin, it's best to use a water-based moisturizer. So if you've ever thought about trying this, you can go ahead and purchase the mini size, which is what I usually do before I dive into higher priced skincare items. Okay, so if I'm feeling a little bit tired or you know, I'm starting to notice I have bags. I go in with the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. This eye cream definitely combats it. It feels like it's like basically preparation H for your eyes. So you can feel like the little stinging, and the stinging is basically like plumping up your skin so your eyes aren't as deep set. I don't really notice it taking away my dark circles. I know people have claimed that it does that. Honestly, I think dark circles are pretty much 90% hereditary and based upon what you're doing. So I think, you know, the only way to really combat that is to get more sleep or just accept that you have dark circles. I have fairly, I don't have super dark circles, but I have light little rings around it. Just depends on my sleep. Dark circles don't really run in my family, but my mom also has like the same deep set eyes sometimes, like if she's super tired. So I think I just got it from her. And I noticed there's nothing I can really do to combat that besides sleep. So yeah, that's what I use. When it comes to facial oils, sometimes I'll use oils and serums during the day. So what I like to use is the Sunflower Sweet Serum by Bahi. This is a serum and it has actually crushed roses in it. And as you can see, it's mixed with a lot of ingredients. I don't know the ingredients by heart, to be honest. Like, I have no idea. I can tell that there's vitamin E oil in here, but that's pretty much all I know. But whenever I have a breakout or my skin's like looking super dull, I put that stuff on and my skin looks amazing, but you have to use it consistently to really see results. So I'd say after a few days of using it, consistently, you'll actually see your skin like more hydrated, more clear. It takes away your breakouts. So if you do suffer from acne and redness, use that, and it's really good. Bahi also is a great, I haven't tried their makeup yet, but I need to dive into that. But a lot of their products they're all handmade, all the best quality ingredients, and it is a Black owned business. So I found them by Jackie Ina. I know she was talking about them years ago about their Sunflower Sweet Serum, and I was able to get it when they had it restocked because they go really quickly, because that serum is literally the best serum I've ever used for my face. However, that serum, for example, I cannot use it with any acids, period. I tried to use it with an acid one time and literally it felt like my skin, like I cut my face and like peeled it down. So that serum does not mix well with any acids, so sometimes it takes me a while to use that. Like, I've had this bottle for a while just because I really like to use my acids just because of my texture. So I know when I take a break from my acids, my texture isn't as smooth, but yet that Sunflower Sweet Serum is golden. Another thing that I want to mention that I use to keep my skin like hydrated is this Maracuja Virgin Luxury Face Oil. Again, and this is a travel size just because, number one, I travel a lot, and number two, this oil is super duper expensive. And before I purchase full size things, I always purchase the minis first to make sure my skin reacts well, especially because I don't live near Sephora anymore, so I can't just like pop up in there and return it. So I've been loving this face oil. It mixes with all the products I use. It leaves my skin hydrated. What I do is I put it on my face and I put like 4 pumps on my hand, and I'm like a shiny Crisco black Barbie. That's what I like to call myself when I'm oily. And I just let it soak in, because a lot of the reason why oily skin is oily is because your skin is wanting to produce more oils. But the more you use oils, the more you use certain acids, your skin is balanced and normalized, so you don't produce as much oil. So I notice when my skin's like getting super shiny, it's dry. So that means I need to do everything hydrating and keeping my oil and reinforcing my face with oils like the Maracuja oil. That is the only oil that I've really found that actually works with my skin, besides some of the Sunday Riley oils, but I'm out of those. So as you can see, I'm really into skincare. That's honestly my #1 passion, is skincare. I love skincare. Like, I have so many face masks, but that'll be a separate video. But yeah, another cleanser that I like to use, again, I'm really obsessed with the Belif brand. I've really been liking it. I think it's a Korean brand, I'm not sure. But I've been obsessed with the Creamy Cleansing Foam Moist. This actually does strip my skin, and I can feel that it strips a little bit of my oils. I only use this if I wear makeup. So when I wear makeup and I take it off, what I do is I use my cleansing balm, and then after I use a cleansing balm, I go in with this and really scrub my face, and it gets literally everything else that's left on my face off. Like, everything. You only need a very teensy little bit of this because a little bit goes a long way. It like foams up. Not like a foam, but it like foams up into a thick lather, if that makes sense. But yeah, I love this. So basically, those are all the products that I use pretty much on a daily basis. I switch off from them every other time. I will go ahead and film a demo review for you guys on my daytime and nighttime skincare routine, so that way you guys can see actually me using those products. But just a few tips that I can give you guys is drink water, definitely. I don't overdo it on water, even though I should, but make sure you guys are drinking water, washing off your makeup every single night, like everything needs to be gone, and also making sure that you continuously give your face what it needs. So make sure you're doing masks consistently, make sure you're using serums consistently. When you're consistent with your skincare routine, you will see consistent results. And so that's how I'm able to get really clear skin. And also a huge part of it that no one can do anything about is genetics. Genetically, my father and my mother both have really good skin. My grandparents on both sides have aged significantly well. My dad still looks like he's like 35, so it's all about your genes, to be honest. But using my the skincare regimen that I do, I'm very strict on my skincare, and over all these years, it has proved to be consistently with the results that I have achieved. So hopefully you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like videos about skincare. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Shout out to all the new subscribers, and I will be back in another video very soon. Bye!